Who doesn't love some Greek myths and legends, am I right? Hi, friends. This time, I have a low-budget, quasi-Italian adventure movie for you, put out by the Cannon Group. Hercules from 1983, starring Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk himself. And he's pretty good. He was a good choice to star as Hercules, since he had the physique and a beard. Our story goes like this. After a recap of the creation of the universe, the gods are concerned that chaos will overtake order on Earth. And Zeus decides to give power to one child, and when he grows up, he'll become Hercules and save the world. But Hera is not on board with that and connives to thwart our hero, which the gods were always doing. But Hercules is a hero, and so he's able to pass the tests he must face. His enemy is the evil king Minos, who defies the gods and embraces science. He killed the real king and queen, Hercules' mom and dad, and then took over. His chief ally is Daedalus, the goddess of science, and you can see why he wants to embrace science. Though why she sports a codpiece, I don't know. Anyway, she hates the gods because magic versus science, I guess. She creates these mechanical monsters Hercules has to fight, which are based on classic mythological monsters like Cerberus. Herc enters a contest for a king who needs a champion to escort his super hot daughter Cassiopeia to safety. But this eunuch here, his advisor, is conniving with Minos and Minos' hot but evil daughter. So the sexy chick is captured, and they plan to use her in a sacrifice. And Hercules has to save her and thwart Minos and Daedalus and bring order out of chaos. He gets some help from this old biddy here, who turns into a hot, sexy chick. This is the enchantress Circe, who naturally has her eye on our hero. But be careful, Herc. This is what she'll look like when she gets on in years. You really want to stare at that over the breakfast table every morning? Ugh. So anyway, it's up to Hercules to save the girl and tame chaos for Zeus and defeat Minos. Can he do it? In our cast, besides Lou Ferrigno as Hercules, we have William Berger as King Minos. Ingrid Anderson plays Cassiopeia. She was a regular on the TV series Cover Up. And the only other name brand is Sybil Danning as Adriana, the evil daughter of King Minos, who looks like she's about to fall out of this outfit any second, but never does. Originally, Cannon wanted to cash in on the popularity of the Conan movies and planned to make Hercules in a similar vein with graphic violence and nudity and all of that. But Lou Ferrigno and his wife were opposed to that idea and insisted that the movie be toned down and made more kid-friendly. He was the star, so that's what they had to do. The end result is a mishmash that never goes as far as it could have or needs to, but isn't really for kids either. I mean, the kids can totally watch it, but it's not really for kids. So, unfortunately, while the sexy chicks wear skimpy outfits, there are no sweater kittens being released from captivity into the wild, so to speak. That doesn't make the movie bad or anything, just not as good as it could have been. No. But seriously, this movie had enough problems already making it bad. Some of that comes from the goofy effects and bad match shots. None of the actors are really lousy though, they're all trying, and some are pretty good. King Minos is menacing enough, and this guy was having fun being a baddie, you can tell. But you just feel the movie needed something more. Some kind of gravitas that's missing. There there's an aimlessness about it, and it's hard to believe this was originally envisioned to be like Conan. As for the effects, they're very dated, even for the time in which the movie was made. They were done by the same Italian team that worked on Star Crash. Love this moonscape though, that still looks pretty cool. And they have stuff like that. Then they have stuff that just looks weak, like these lightsaber ripoffs. So it's a mixed bag to be sure. The end result is kinda ho-hum. Believe it or not, this movie has a sequel. That's right, The Adventures of Hercules from 1985. Cannon was again behind this. Ferigno is back as Hercules, William Berger returns as King Minos, and Eva Robbins as Daedalus, still sporting that codpiece. The balance of the cast are replaced or they're new additions. That's because this one was basically a knockoff of their own movie, in that Ferigno was brought back for only about 30 minutes of new footage, and that was shoehorned into another feature they were working on in a lame attempt to make another picture. Ferigno reportedly didn't even know he was making a sequel. Still, this one is actually a little better in some ways, although they blatantly rip off Forbidden Planet and the original King Kong. Looks like they just rotoscoped scenes from those classics to make the energy beings. Don't know how they got away with that. Hercules also encounters a dollar store version of Ray Harryhausen's Medusa. This one is a giant scorpion instead of a snake though. Anyway, Herc is on a quest to find the 7 thunderbolts of Zeus, which have been disguised as monsters he has to fight. Some of the gods of Olympus rebelled and stole the thunderbolts, and now the moon is gonna collide with the earth, unless Hercules can save the day. Minos is resurrected like Hammer Studios' Dracula, and destroys stuff with science, like laser beams coming out of his eyes. And there's a couple of sexy chicks helping Herc along. I'm giving both Hercules and Adventures of Hercules 1 3/4 paws up. There's a sameness to both, and both are turkeys, no doubt about it, yeah, but Ferigno looks really good as the mythical strongman, and while the team doing the effects was not exactly top drawer, the effects do have a charm that only comes from old-school practical effects and miniatures. Overall, both are okay and have some fun stuff, and they're worth a watch at least once, and you may as well watch them back to back, like I did. You can watch my review of another Canon group picture, Ninja 3, The Domination. You can see that up there, and down there are more reviews of movies from the 1980s. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.